Assalamu alaikum. So today we are going to talk about the generations of computer. The development of technology is a continuous process. The development of computer technology in the past years is very fast. On the basis of technology, the development of computer could be categorized or recognized into 5 generations. First generation, which was from 1944 to 1959. Second generation, which was from 1959 to 1965. Third generation, which was from 1965 to 1970. Fourth generation, which was from 1970 to 1980. And the last, the fifth generation, which was from 1980 and is still continued. The first generation. Vacuum tubes was introduced as the internal component of computer. Their size was very large and the processing was very slow. They were characterized by used punch cards and magnetic tapes as storage devices. Main memory was in the form of magnetic drum. Used machine language as a programming language, and it was difficult to program. Computers of this generation: ENIAC, EDVAC, UNIVAC, and UNIVAC 2. Second generation. They used transistors as the internal computer components. Their size was smaller than the first generation computers, and their processing was much faster. They were characterized by magnetic tape were used as storage devices. Main memory was in the form of ROM and RAM. They used assembly language as a programming language. Fortran and COBOL were also used, and they were easier to program. Computers of this generation: IBM 1400, IBM 1600, UNIVAC 3, and NCR 300. The third generation. The technology invented in the third generation was IC and LSI, incorporated many transistors and electronic circuits on a single chip. They were used as the internal components of computer. The size was smaller as compared to the second generation, but processing was faster than second generation. They were characterized by magnetic disks were used as storage device. Main memory was increased in the form of ROM and RAM. Used high-level programming language. Mini computers accessible by multiple users from remote terminals. Computers of this generation: IBM 360, IBM 370, and UNIVAC 9000. The fourth generation. Microprocessor and VLSI, very large-scale integration, was the internal components of computer. Their size was small and were usually known as laptop computers. Their processing was 10 times much faster than the third generation. Characterized by floppy disks of sizes 8 and 5.2 inches were used as storage device. Main memory was increased in the form of EEPROM and SRAM. Used easier high-level programming language. Mini computers accessible by multiple users from remote terminals. Input and output device of this generation: Intel 8008, 8080 OCR. Lastly, we talk about the fifth generation. Improved microprocessor, for example, microprocessor 80368 and ULSI, ultra large scale integration, were used as internal computer components. Their size was very tiny, also known as diary computer, and their processing is much faster than the fourth generation. They are characterized by 3.5-inch floppy disks and CD-ROM are used as storage device. Main memory is now in the form of EEPROM and SIM. Used artificial intelligence for programming language. Mini computers accessible by multiple users from remote terminals. Computers of this generation: AT, DX, and Pentium series. Let's talk about the advantages of the first generation computers. Vacuum tubes were used as electronic components. The electronic digital computer were developed for the first time. These computers were the fastest calculating device of their time. Computations were performed in milliseconds. Disadvantages of the first generation computers are: they were too large in size, they were unreliable, they induced large amount of heat due to vacuum tubes, they weren't portable, and they were limited in commercial use. Let's talk about the advantages of second generation. They were smaller in size as compared to the first generation computers. They were much more reliable. They had less heat generated. Computation was performing in microseconds. They had less hardware and maintenance problem. They had less power consumption, and they were wider in commercial use. Let's talk about the disadvantages of the second generation computers. They were very costly for commercial use. It still required frequent maintenance. And they also required frequent cooling. Let's talk about the advantages of the third generation computer. They were smaller in size as compared to the second generation. They were more reliable. They were wider in commercial use due to low cost. Heat generation was rare. They had less electricity consumption, and they were general purpose computers. Disadvantages of the third generation computers are: the air conditioning was required in many cases due to ICs. They required very advanced technology to make the ICs. Advantages of the fourth generation computer are: they were smallest in size due to the use of VLSI. They had no cooling system required in many cases. They were portable and cheap. They had much faster computation. The heat generated was negligible. Totally general purpose computer. It had vital commercial use due to their low cost. Disadvantages of the fourth generation computer: they were very advanced technology, and it was required to fabricate the ICs. Advantages of the fifth generation: they were very small in size due to VLSI. They are super speed computers. They are portable and large storage capacity. They are common in use in most of the fields of technology. They have a low cost, and they are vital in commercial use. That's all for today.